multiplex throws in overhead. Like that. Booyah! What up, you guys? Welcome back to another one of these videos. My name is Lauri. This channel is all about juggling, so if you're into that, welcome. Today we're gonna learn overhead throws, multiplexes, okay? Multiplex throws in overhead throws with balls. This is stuff that not that many people do because people try it and they don't get the technique right. They don't get the technique right, all right? And it's very basic once you learn it. So it's the same principle. Now, first of all, I recommend overhead throws, elbows out, okay? And this technique works with elbows out. If you're doing elbows in, it's a little bit different, but you can figure it out by watching this video. But just so you know, I use elbows out. All right, so the technique is same as here, where you draw the basic multiplex, where the bottom one stays underneath and the top one goes across, okay? So you separate the ball like that and you throw, the bottom one stays in the same hand and the higher one goes across, okay? And it separates. The same thing happens with the overhead throws, and it's the same balls that does that, okay? So from here, the technique is you gotta turn the angle, so make sure that the angle of the balls is like that, so they do separate like this, so the angle is this. If you throw them like that, you don't get to separate them, so the top one goes across. So you gotta have the angle here. So when you throw it, the angle has to be that, okay? And then it's the flick of the wrist. So you go like that to get it a little bit separated or a lot separated, okay? The same thing happens with the overhead. So it's the same ball that goes up, you turn like this way, and that goes. And it's the same angle, okay? So you gotta have the angle like that. So when you throw, the throw happens from here, and you can see the angle is like that. So the top ball has to turn there. And here, when you throw, the wrist action is this. Now when you do overhead throw with the elbows outside, it stays sideways all the time, okay? So it's that movement. So it's the flick of the wrist like that. So you turn it sideways, all right? Sideways turn. So you throw like that. So this is the multiplex throw overhead. Oy. And from there, it happens pretty much automatically. Same as this one. Once you have the correct technique and the correct angle, it sort of like happens the separation automatically. The same thing from here. Just throw and make sure that this gets thrown there. And if you're having problems, like stuff like this happens, watch the angle. So practice this first, just throw the first one, and then you just let go both. So just focus on the higher one that goes across. Just think about throwing that, okay, throwing that, okay, throwing that. And when you just let go from both, the separation happens automatically, okay? And there we go. And then you practice the other hand. And like that. And just make sure, if that starts to happen, that the ball goes forward, like that. You gotta make sure that when you throw, it doesn't turn there. So the angles are super important. So by angles, I mean the balls stay like this. So this is behind. If they turn that way, like when you throw from here, if it turns like this, it will go forward. So make sure that that don't happen, okay? So you gotta turn upwards so they both are like this. So the angle stays like that, okay? Then it goes up. All right? From here. Hoppa. Okay. So like that. That is the very basics of it, and it's super easy once you figure out how it's done. And then you can do it from here. You can just do the multiplex with 3 balls. First you practice this, and then we're gonna practice throw multiplex, okay? Throw multiplex. So you go throw, and the same as you would do this, while you throw, you turn your hand and you throw the multiplex, the ball. You do the same with here. So just practice throwing that multiplex. Opa. And now, if you have a problem, like something weird happens, you have to analyze, all right, what I did wrong. Did I throw like this, or did I turn my hand? Did I push forward, or was it actually a straight line? So every time when something happens, you get like that. Oh, okay. Maybe I let go that way and I didn't turn. Yeah, okay, now it happens. Yeah, now it's good. Okay. Like that. Okay. So always when you make a mistake, try to see what is the mistake and then figure out from there. So yeah, that, done, 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 done. And now the question that you may have is, do I catch the ball after the multiplex? Do I catch that extra ball here or down here? It depends what you want to do, okay? You can catch it up here, or you can come down and catch it here. It depends what you're going to do next, okay? If you want to have your hand here, or if it's easier to grab here, just do it. But you can try them both, because in some tricks you need the other one, so it's good to learn the both. And yeah, and just like with 4 balls, you can do this multiplex pattern here. So it's overhead, overhead. Uy, damn. Come on. Overhead, like there. Overhead, drop, and overhead, throw. Overhead, throw. Overhead, throw. Overhead, throw. Yeah. With that, so that single ball, multiplex, single, multiplex, single, multiplex. Just throw it a little bit more high. Just give yourself more time. Just throw it a little bit more higher. So that way you have time to turn your multiplex, especially at the beginning. You can also practice like this, but first give yourself some time so you have a good technique. Here's a really, really cool pattern. You make it slower, you add 1/4, and that gives it more time, and it gives you time to do the circle if you want as well, and it makes it much more relaxed, okay? So we're gonna do that overhead multiplex, but we add 1/4. So I'm gonna show you single, 4, single, multiplex, 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 4. So it's 3, multiplex, 4, 3, multiplex, 4, okay? So you have 3 throws from one hand. Left, right, 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 left, 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 right, 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 left, left, left. All right, so that, we're gonna make it into the overhead throw. So you have multiplex, 4, cross, multiplex, 4, cross, sorry. So first let's get the pattern. Dun, 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 dun. So that's the pattern. In this, so we can now add, if we want, that circle. So we just make the 4 a little bit higher, and that will give us the time to make the real circle. Like that. And I think I think that's pretty fantastic. Not the drop, but the pattern. Yeah, and this is the same technique if you're gonna do like a 5 club so the 5 ball multiplex, sorry, overhead, Oh, come on. Man, it's been a long time since I've done this. Get some separation going. There we go. So you can do those. It's the same technique. You practice one throw by one. You can do like this, where you go every third. Oh, let's get some better separation, like that. So every third is the multiplex, okay? And obviously the gattoplex. Ooh, let's get the pattern going. Opa. We can get the hui. Man, it's been a long time since I've done this. This is what happens when you get old and you don't practice. All right. That was a little bit. Anyways, overhead throws in multiplexes, like a multiplex overhead throws. Super fantastic. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to learn more stuff like this, more tricks like this and techniques and everything, definitely check out jugglingmastery.com. It's an online juggling course that I've built, and I think it has like close to 500 tutorials there. So there's a lot of stuff there. Check it out, jugglingmastery.com. It is like you need to pay, it costs money, but it's definitely worth it. But anyways, if you don't want to pay, check out these free tutorials. That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.